Hello and welcome to the Crochet Business School podcast, where you can use your crochet to build a business that will give you the lifestyle you've been dreaming of. How does rent-a-shelf work? So if you're looking for options to sell your crochet in person, that is, have it displayed in a shop, then rent-a-shelf it's a good economical way of getting yourself into a shop without having to own a shop of your own. So basically, rent-a-shelf is renting a space in a shop to display your crochet. And there are various ways for this to work. So you may have seen posts on Facebook of shops advertising shelf space to rent. Now, these deals can work well and they can also work terribly. Back in the day when I was selling what I made, I tried two different rent-a-shelf schemes. Both pretty much failed miserably. One of them was actually a really good shop, but as a good shop owner, she was making sure that she had a variety of goods on display for her customers to buy, which meant that I kind of came bottom of the pecking order and I couldn't send the items that I thought would sell well in that shop. So what I did send, surprise, surprise, didn't, because it didn't suit well. I just really wanted to have a go at having my things in a shop. So I pulled out of that after a few months and coming to realizations that it was a bad idea. Not because of the shop itself, just what I had sent. Because it just didn't suit. What I sent it was bathroom items. So bath mitts and shower puffs. Not the best thing to send to a gift shop. I should have pulled out. I should not have ever sent those things and signed up for that scheme, but I let my excitement get ahead of me. Lesson learned. I did try it again, and this time I could send what I thought would sell well. Well, it turned out to be a bit of a disorganised shop, and while sales were made, the communication with the shop owner was haphazard. Knowing what was still there and what wasn't was haphazard, and the shop ended up closing, but I wasn't informed. I saw it on a Facebook post. But by this point, I actually owed her quite a bit of rent for that shelf. But she hadn't actually told me how much I owed her to pay her. I didn't know what I had sold and what I hadn't. So in the end, I just forfeited what I had sent. I never got a bill, and the shop shut down. So that was a disaster, and it was the last time I ever tried to rent a shelf. Now, I'm not telling you this because I want to put you off. I'm telling you this because there's lessons to be learned. Because you need to do your research. That is so important. Making sure that you have chosen the right shop and you have sent the right products that will do well in that shop. Definitely do your research on the kind of traffic that shop gets, what kind of things they already have that sell well. It is a far better idea to rent a shelf in a local shop where you can actually go in and see what's going on and have better contact than if you sent things through the post for them to display. It's going to give you more control. You're better able to keep track of what's going on and how effective your display is. And it just means you can keep in contact with the owner better. So these rent-a-shelf schemes, they can work in several different ways. The most common way is that you simply pay for the shelf and you display your goods and you get paid everything from the sale of your items. The downside to that arrangement is that the shop has absolutely zero incentive to help sell your goods because they get paid the same whether you sell or whether you don't. They have no incentive to make any effort to help make your products sell. Not great. But this kind of arrangement really appeals to people because there's no commission involved. You get 100% of the sale. But will you get as many sales if the shop has no incentive? I would suggest that having a deal where commission is involved is better because the shop owner then has an incentive to get your goods shifting. Because if they sell, they profit. So the next one up is you pay to rent the shelf and you pay a commission. So 2 fees involved, but there's now an incentive to the shop owner. So I think these deals are more effective than rent-only deals. The rent-only deals may be cheaper, but no incentive for the shop owner. With a commission involved, they have an incentive. You may sell more. And then the final option is that the shop owner just buys from you. They buy everything that goes on that shelf. You get paid up front, the shop owner gets stock, and you don't have to worry if it sells or not. So that's not really rent a shelf, it's you're selling goods to a shop, but it still gets your items into a shop. Those deals are rarer because now the shop owner the risk is all on them. With a rent a shelf, where you are paying rent for that space and there's a commission involved, the shop owner doesn't have much risk. They will get less profit if you don't sell anything because they don't get the commission, but they will have the income coming in from you renting that space. If they buy the products from you, they have paid for the goods and they now have to make them sell, otherwise they lose money. Now, selling your goods up front to the shop is the far better arrangement for you because you don't have to worry if anything sells or not. But if you're going for the true rent-a-shelf, I would always go with the deal that has commission because now there's an incentive for the shop owner to help you sell your products, to get things off the shelf so that more stock can come in and they can make more money. There is a far better deal involved with commission. Yes, it sounds like a lot more money than just renting the shelf. Yes, you essentially are paying price, first for the renting of the space, secondly for the selling of your products. But I would suggest that it will be made up by the fact that you will most likely sell more on a commission-based deal than just by a rental deal only. So I hope that's helped you out there with how that works. And I'd love to know how you got on with your rent-a-shelf deal. Come over to the free Facebook group, the Crochet Style Support Group. I would love to hear. And if you've got time, if you could leave me a review about this podcast and what you think of it and how useful it is to you, I would be very grateful. So thank you for joining me, and I shall see you next time for the next episode. Bye for now.